Hey guys, welcome to my review for Cluedo or Clue. Really, I don't know because they've already changed the name of this game twice. It originally came out as Cluedo, and then they, for some reason, changed it to Clue, so it might be two different names when you look it up. So, what is this game? Simply, it's the board game Clue with a couple of the different variations built in, and additional DLC that you can purchase to add just a little bit of a different look, boards and experiences throughout the game. So the game is pretty simple. There is local multiplayer, online multiplayer, and honestly, there's actually people playing this game online, so you can matchmake and find some people. Now, local multiplayer isn't quite up yet, but it is coming. Not really sure why that's not here at the start. That would seem like a much easier thing to implement than online multiplayer, but who knows? So hopefully that does show up. So in the single player mode, there's two different modes: Tudor Mansion and Blackadder Resort. You have to buy Blackadder Resort, so you can't even play it, but it's literally advertised and plastered everywhere within this game. So Tudor Mansion is the basic version of Cluedo or Clue. Again, I don't know why they're changing the names of it, so I'm just going to call it Clue. Classic mode is just the original board game variant. You roll dice, guess, and try to find out the murders. Ultimate Detective gives you these little keys that allows you to ask questions in between rounds, and clue cards adds a little bit of a twist with an extra little magnifying icon on the deck that then has you go through and select various cards that might happen that will reveal either the murderer, the murder weapon, or location between you and various other players. Now, visually, this is a really good implementation of Clue, and it's done pretty well. Unfortunately, if you are playing by yourself and you want to, kind of skip a little bit of the cutscene stuff, there's nothing in here. So if you want to play a game of Clue, you're in for the long haul, which still is nothing wrong. But when the fact that you can only play it by yourself does get kind of hindered, but then quickly recast with the ability to actually find people in online multiplayer. Controls are pretty easy and basic. All you kind of have to do is navigate menus as they go around. Graphically, the game looks pretty good for a board game implementation. It kind of fits a lot of these kind of stylized looks of various board games. If you don't know how to play Clue, you roll dice, you guess a combination of the three items, and hope to be the first one to find the murderer. You've got your traditional cross-out card here on the right. It will auto-fill this out, but you can also disable that and do it yourself to make things a little easier for you. And along the way with the gameplay, the game does a really good job. It kind of just gamifying, I guess, the board game, and it's pretty fun. The price tag is a little steep, where they want you to spend just over $20 for the game. It's a weird price point. It's $20.49. Not sure why they didn't just make it $19.99, but who knows. And then the DLC, you have to almost pay double to get everything. So I think it's around like $35 or $36 for the bigger edition of the game that just gives you another board and content that honestly feels like it should have just been included in the game, or maybe just a $5 add-on for the board. Especially when some launch achievements are already kind of tied to that, so you have to go through and knock those out to be able to kind of get everything. So the game's kind of already trying to make a short cash grab. But yeah, overall, Clue Duo, it's not a bad implementation. It's a fun to take on the board game Clue. Honestly, though, for me, unless you don't really have people to play with, you might be better off spending like locally $20 and just buying the actual board game for the experience. But if you don't have anybody to play with, it's definitely a decent online implementation where, like I said, you can find people to play with. So that is kind of a good pro for the game. But yeah, outside of that, it's kind of my thoughts on the game. If you did enjoy this review, please let me know what you think down below in the comments. Hit that thumbs up button, and if you need something else to watch, consider checking out one of the other videos on your screen now. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time.